So we'll throw the buckle over, bring it down, get the other strap in. Now don't put in the strap yet. This is where you get the ring. You bring the ring over the strap and get the end here and feed it. Make sure make sure you keep the whole thing straight, so when you feed it through, your rings aren't crooked. Press the buckle and you're going to feed the strap through the inside, not the outside end. We're going through the inside. Now push this, bring that in there, and then you're good to go. Daniel the Filipino Assassino here, and we're with my boy Kevin, aka Kuromon20. We're here we're here today to show you how to set up gymnastic rings. Gymnastic rings are a great workout tool. Pretty much a home gym. You just need somewhere to hang it. You can even hang it from like a tree branch, or anything really that can hold the weight. Here we have a beautiful green pull-up bar. So all you have to do is just throw it over and come over here. Where's this dog? Mo!
For all you 90s kids, man, little tots, man, little tots.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, tykes.
Little tyke.
Oops.
I know,
Tykes.
that's freaking Mo!
You want me to pause? I'm gonna pause it.
So we'll throw the buckle over, bring it down, get the other strap in. Now don't put in the strap yet. This is where you get the ring. You bring the ring over the strap and get the end here and feed it. Make sure make sure you keep the whole thing straight, so when you feed it through, your rings aren't crooked. All right, now you get the buckle end. Thankfully, these buckles are easy to press. I don't have to put too much pressure on them. My first pair of rings, the buckles need a lot of pressure. So depending on what you get, the process is still the same. Now, like I said, press the buckle and you're going to feed the strap through the inside, not the outside end. We're going through the inside. Now push this, bring that in there, and then you're good to go. So just like press the buckle and feed the strap through, and you'll bring the rings upward. So if you want to do some pull-ups, you can bring the rings all the way up. Now, if you're like a short guy or a short gal like me, and you might accidentally bring it too high, not to fear. You just have to make sure, at least if you can reach the buckle, you'll be fine. So just press, you gotta press the buckle and then just bring it down like that. So very easy. So to bring it upwards, just grab the strap end on the outside, and to bring it down, grab the strap on the inside and push it down. And so if you want to do some push-ups, you can adjust it down here, and that's how you got your ring set up. Now this is where Mr. Kuromon20 comes in, because we're going to give a few workouts to help you start with the rings, even as a complete beginner. Which you know, if you're using gymnastic rings, it's great to have some experience, especially with calisthenics. You know, even if you have experience with resistance training, that's great too. But we can utilize the rings for complete beginners as well. So the first exercise we're going to have you demonstrate, Kuro, is ring dips. First off, with gymnastic rings, you have two positions. So you have the hanging position, when you're under the rings. You have the hanging position if you're doing pull-ups or whatever, and then you have the support position once you go on top of the rings. And the support is a lot more difficult than hanging.
Yeah, it looks like it.
So with regular ring dips, it's just like a regular dip. The thing I love about rings is that you can turn them, so you can actually adjust them better to your anatomy. So when you come down, instead of like, let's say regular parallel bars, you know, your hands are fixed. With ring dips, you can adjust them to your anatomy as you come down. So honestly, it can be more comfortable once you get used to actually using the rings. It's a lot more, I guess you could say, safer in terms of injury. So it's just like a regular dip, right? You come down like a regular dip, 90 degrees, and when you come up, the difference is that you can externally rotate your shoulders. So external rotation is great, because with most exercises you work internal rotation, especially like pushing exercises. Like let's say like bench press, for example, you work a lot of the front shoulder and internal rotation. But with this, with the proper form of the ring dips, we can also work out external rotation. So, like I said, with a beginner like Mr. Krumon over here, it's difficult to get over the rings, but we can bring the rings down so that he can have his feet on the ground.
That twisting out of the wrist is killer. That external, man. It looks easy, but...
Alright, so Kuro's going to demonstrate how a beginner can start doing ring dip. So essentially, this would be like similar to doing like a bench dip, but we're lowering the ring so that you can have your feet offloaded on the floor. All right, so Kuro, just bring your feet, a little forward a little bit, bend at the knees, add that tension in the back there. Make sure your shoulders are down. You don't want to hunch up your shoulders as you're doing the dip. And now just bring it down to 90 degrees. A little bit lower, there you go, perfect. And up, and externally rotate, up, there you go. Up, perfect. Up, do one more. Perfect, he's doing the external rotation at the end. So, how'd that feel?
It feels good.
Yeah.
Definitely a challenge though.
Yeah, as long as it's like a challenge, nothing too, make sure it's not too easy, not too difficult either. How does it feel? How's that tension feel when you're over the rings like that?
It feels nice and balanced. I can feel it, my triceps, my shoulders, my back. It's like everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pretty good exercise actually.
So see, you could see he wasn't struggling too much with the instability. See, because he had his weight from his legs offloaded on the ground. So for beginners, just for safety, definitely start with having your feet on the ground. Now, next exercise is pull-ups. Kuro, can you do pull-ups?
I could probably do one pull-up.
You probably do one pull-up? Let's see you do it on the bar. Let's see. Let's give this a good old attempt. Oh,
there it is.
Not bad.
That's my one pull-up.
Solid.
Good shit, good shit.
So the dip is one of the main compound exercises in calisthenics. The next one is the pull-up, or in this case, the chin-up. The great thing about rings is that we can turn them. So we can actually turn the rings like a chin-up as we do pull-ups. Now for beginners, you can bring the rings down, have your feet on the ground, and this way you can be able to do the pull-up motion, but much easier since your legs are on the ground. So you have that extra weight from your lower body on the ground. This way you can practice proper pull-up form. Okay, good. This way you can practice pull-up form. Dogs! Hi! So with this method, we're able to do pull-ups with the proper form and practice the proper form with a lot less difficulty. And you can do more reps of it, which means you can practice more of it, which Kuro will demonstrate, right, Kuro?
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to simulate a pull-up, right? So try to make your torso more vertical. Wait, hold on a second, Kuro. So let's see how do I explain this. Try to make your torso vertical, like in the pull-up. So, see, when you're starting, you're more vertical like this, like an actual pull-up.
Right.
In order to practice the movement, we want to make sure that we're in the proper position.
Gotcha. I think you need to raise them up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much sitting on the ground if I do that.
Yeah, that's just about, perfect. Okay. All right, perfect. Yeah, sure. Perfect. How does that feel?
It feels good. You can work on form like this.
Yeah, it's perfect.
So you don't have to deal with so much weight.
Yeah,
You just kind of focus on the form until you get that down.
exactly.
So that's good. It feels easier and lets me like focus on the form. And It's cool that you can like basically take a push-up bar or a pull-up bar and kind of convert it into any kind of size, length that you want. Kind of gives you full control, which is pretty good.
Exactly. So you can see the difference with how he was able to execute pull-ups with the rings compared to how I was able to do it with just one rep, doing it with his whole body weight on the bar. Okay, next compound exercise in calisthenics is push-ups. So far we did dips, pull-ups, and then the push-up. So Kuro, how many push-ups do you think you could do?
On a good day, probably like 25, 30, something like that.
25, 30?
Yeah.
Okay, that's with proper form, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna give so he's pretty familiar with push-ups. So we're gonna do actual push-ups to try. Just do like try to do like 5.
Okay.
On the rings. So same thing as a regular push-up, except just like a dip, I want you to try to externally rotate the shoulders too.
Okay.
So externally rotate, meaning you turn your hands outward.
Just waiting for the swing to stop.
Well, let him do his push-ups. Yeah, see, so you could tell. So just stay in that plank position.
Mm-hmm.
So see, you could tell. See, with that instability, he's in that support position. So with push-ups, you have to deal with that instability. So it's definitely more difficult, but there's more gains that way. Nice. See? Nice, perfect. Try to keep it as steady as you can. It's 4. One more. Perfect.
Man, that instability, it seems to force me to use like my forearms a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more engaging.
Yeah, I want in on some of those.
On the push-ups?
Yeah.
All right, 27's gonna give it a try. Let's go. Nice. There you go. And turn them outward like that. Perfect. And then you get the kisses from the dog. Nice. Nice. Looking good.
That stability. That fucking stability.
So how did that feel?
Definitely beats flat ground push-ups.
You can see from my friends that with the rings, there's a different type of strength aspect to it. So, you know, when you're trying to build muscle, when you're trying to build strength, it's all about having a different stimulus. So, the rings just might be a stimulus that you need to grow and to gain more strength. So this is perfect for beginners because you can adjust it to make the variations easier, or for the advanced that want to take their strength to a different level. That was a great demonstration from the lads, but what if you can't, you're a person that can't do any push-ups at all? So there's a few solutions to that with the rings. So if you can do push-ups, but the stability is something that is a little difficult at first, you can just work on the plank position. So the great exercise to get used to the stability is just getting that push-up plank position and just hold this for time. The more you get used to it, you can start turning out the rings externally. So once you do these external rotations, it's definitely much harder to stabilize. Now, if you can't do push-ups at all, we can bring the rings up and do incline push-ups. So with the rings, certain exercises, the lower the rings are, the harder it is. Like for what we're doing now with push-ups, for example, the lower you are, the harder it is. The higher, the easier it is. Incline push-up. Same thing, same as a push-up, but much easier. Now Crow will demonstrate. Yeah.
Okay.
So for you, you can have your feet back over here and do the push-up from there. How's that feel?
It feels much easier. You can work on the rotations a little bit too.
Yeah. Nice, perfect.
Yep.
How's that feel? Much easier, huh?
Yeah, a lot easier.
Yeah. So, whether you're a beginner or advanced, rings, you can adjust the rings to your difficulty level. Those were some great exercises to start off on the rings, guys. If you're just starting out using the rings, I definitely recommend those 3 compound exercises: the pull-up, the dip, and the push-up. Great place to start. Once you buy a pair of rings, you'll pretty much have them forever, unless like you intentionally try to destroy them for some reason. I got a new pair just as a present for myself for Christmas, and I got ones with the actual numbers. They can range, the ones with the numbers usually are a little bit more expensive, but rings are really cheap. They can range from around 30 to 60 bucks. Get a nice pair with some wooden rings and numbered straps, and you'll be good to go.
3-minute mark.
And these, I got them on Amazon. So pretty much just go to Amazon. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope that video helped out. You know, if you watch the whole video, of course, leave that like and give me that delicious subscribe for upcoming tutorials and other videos. And if you have any suggestions of other stuff, just let me know in the comments. And thank you for watching. Asesino out.